They promised a new world, a society without classes, without money, without corruption. But the Khmer Rouge turned Cambodia into a nightmare. Their origins lay in the shadows of the First Indochina War in the 1950s. Formed by radical students in Paris and revolutionaries at home, the Khmer Rouge grew in Cambodia's jungles, inspired by Mao's Cultural Revolution. In the early 1970s, as the Vietnam War spilled across borders, the Khmer Rouge's power grew. The US bombed the countryside to stop North Vietnamese supply lines, but only drove more peasants to the Khmer Rouge cause. By April 1975, Pol Pot's forces took Phnom Penh. Within days, the city of 2 million was forced into the countryside. It was year zero, a plan to erase the past and create a peasant utopia. In reality, it became a system of terror. The country was divided into over 150 forced labor camps. Millions were worked to death, digging canals and growing rice, but never allowed to eat. Even the smallest infraction meant torture or execution. The educated, the religious, those who wore glasses, anyone who might question them was killed. The numbers were staggering. Over 2 million dead in less than 4 years, a quarter of Cambodia's population. This genocide wasn't chaos, it was organized. The Khmer Rouge created a bureaucracy of death, keeping meticulous records. At Tuol Sleng Prison, at least 17,000 prisoners were tortured to confess crimes they never committed. Only 7 survived. Beyond the cities, the world learned of the killing fields. Over 20,000 mass graves that still hold the bones of the innocent. Neighboring Vietnam watched in horror. In 1979, Vietnamese forces invaded, toppling Pol Pot. But by then, the damage was done. Pol Pot fled to the jungle, where he died in 1998, never facing justice for the genocide he ordered. Today, survivors like Cham May and Bu Meng share their stories at Tuol Sleng, now a genocide museum. They speak for those who can't, a reminder that ideology without mercy can destroy a nation. Comment if you believe these voices must always be heard. Subscribe to keep these memories alive.